What's good, y'all? About to bend these corners. It's a little windy out here today, though. Shoot. Yeah, it's a little windy, but I'm still about to get on out here, get my little, get my fix in. You know, maybe just chop it up with you guys. I'm glad y'all came through, checked out your boy to say what up. Just checking in. You see my girl, Nebby. Nebula, say what up, Nebula. About to just go ahead and get a little cold start going. Hopefully, man, this wind don't kill us. Alright, hold on. We got action. Yep. But yeah, y'all, I was just looking at the new interview with Katt Williams when he was just on Willie D Live. Hey, man, what y'all think about it? What y'all really think about it, man? Was he telling the truth? I think personally he was telling the truth, you know, especially about a lot of these other comedians. Some of the stuff is a little hard to believe, but I don't know, man. What y'all think? Hit me up in the comments. But I personally think, you know what I'm saying, like about like he had said something like he was 12 years old, you know, living out in the streets, had this bread and all of that. I don't know. I don't know if that's 100%. You know what I'm saying? Said he had $1 million before he was 18. And I'm just was like, all right, so since you ain't got no bills and nothing, you homeless, but you got $1 million before you 18, shoot, why you homeless? You know what I'm saying? You got $1 million before you 18, then why your first movie? Well, I don't know how long that the in between there. You probably spent all your bread. But why is it that, you know, shoot, why was you homeless for Friday After Next? I don't know, but that's my guy. I ain't trying to downplay him. I ain't trying to shit on him or nothing. That's my guy. I like Katt Williams. And I really do think that he was, you know, speaking the truth about a lot of those other comedians. But yo, y'all hit me up. I'm about to just let my girl warm up real quick, and then we gonna get at it. Gonna bend these corners. I know this is a motorcycle channel, you know, but sometimes I'll be just chopping it up about other things. But anyways, I'll be right back. All right, y'all. My girl's all warmed up. Love the sound of this M4, man. But anyways, man, as I was just saying before, I know this is a motorcycle channel, you know, content channel. But, you know, as I was getting ready to, you know, to get on my bike, I seen a notification that came up about, you know, Willie D Live. And if y'all don't check him out, you know, y'all gotta check him out. It's Willie D. You know, used to be with the Ghetto Boys. Y'all might be too young for that. But he was interviewing Katt Williams. Now, if you've been under a rock and y'all don't know what been going on with that Katt Williams interview, man, y'all need to go check that joint out. When he had with Shannon Sharp, the Club Shay Shay. And man, it was an interview like 2 hours or something, a little over 2 hours or something, man. But when I tell you, I was glued to my computer screen. Because I personally think, man, Katt Williams was telling the truth, man, about how, you know, Hollywood is, about how you got these gatekeepers, as he would say, you know, them shot callers, man, in the industry that basically, you know, hate on other folks. You know, that be hating on other folks or don't like other folks and try to give people no shots. So yeah, go check it on out, man. But he was talking about like all the big comedians right now. He was talking about like Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart, Ricky Smiley, you know, folks like that. And I guess, you know, he had broke the damn internet, man. If y'all, like I said, if y'all don't know, man, all I know is when I was watching it, it was under, when I started watching this podcast on Club Shay Shay, he wasn't even at 1 million views yet. By the time I stopped watching it, which is like 2 hours long, I watched it the same day it came out, all of a sudden, man, he climbing up, millions. All I know is it was like 10, 12 million in one day. I think it's like, when I last checked, which was a few days ago, it was at like 25 mil. Like ridiculous, yo, ridiculous numbers. But anyways, you know, I guess he just did another interview that came out today as I was getting ready to get on my bike. So I just, you know, I watched that. And there was a few things that you know, he had said that I don't know, man. I don't know if it makes sense or not. You know, he was saying how, you know, he left the house, left his house at 12, 13 years old and was down here in Miami. And that, you know, he was making a little bit of money. He had like $800 in his pocket, stuff like that, you know, a week. And, you know, it was just little things that he might have said that I might have to call cap on. You know, he said that he had $1 million before he was 18. But if you go back to the interview that he did on Club Shay Shay last week, the way he was saying how he was struggling, let's go, girl. The way he was saying how he was struggling and moving across the country, that don't sound like you got $1 million before you 18. You know, he was doing some door-to-door salesman stuff also that he said in Club Shay Shay, and I think he said it in this last interview with Willie D. So you know, it's like, okay, so if you left the house at 12 or 13, 5 years, you were at 18 or so, and you know, and you're saying that you already had $1 million by then. So when the hell was you doing some door-to-door salesman type stuff if you got $1 million? Now, maybe he's speaking of that he had $1 million or ran through $1 million or made $1 million but didn't just have $1 million right then and there. Maybe he's speaking about that, because you really think about it, y'all don't even believe it, but my mom used to say this years ago. She was like, yo, you had $1 million before, you just didn't have it all at once. And that made me think, like, huh, maybe she's talking about herself. At the time, I was a little young jit. I ain't had no money. But that's what I was thinking. Maybe she was speaking about that. But I mean, maybe Katt Williams was saying he ran through $1 million from the time he left home. You know, and then he also said something that I don't know if I believe. And he said that he had colleges looking at him when he was like, before he was a teenager, before he was in his preteens. I think he said 7, 8, 9, I don't know, something like that. And I'm just like, yeah, colleges looking at you and stuff like that. So what are you saying? You a genius? You say in that Doogie Howser status type stuff? Which I don't know. I don't know about all that. Hey man, I'm not saying it can't happen. Cause I'm not gonna lie, man, that's my guy. Katt Williams, I would say, yeah, he one of the funniest. He probably is in my top 5 comedians. Who's your top 5 comedians? Y'all hit me up in the comments and let me know. Who's your top 5 comedians? I know this is a motorcycle channel. I'm thinking about Katt. I be thinking about Katt Williams sometimes when I'm on my bike. because he got this joke that he said that he was riding his bike and fell off his motorcycle because he was riding in the street when it was wet and was riding along the yellow lines, and you know, those are slippery spots. I think about that every time I go on the yellow lines. I'm like, damn, I remember Katt Williams had a joke saying that he slipped, and that's how I actually found that out. It's windy as hell today though, man. I mean, windy. But since your boy ain't gotta go be a slave today, I had to get on out here. Even if it's for a few minutes, I had to get on out here. Not really hot. It's like in the 70s or something. But it's straight today. Y'all let me know. Y'all tell me what y'all might... Hold on, let me hear something. This hers. Maybe I'm hearing something, but damn, that info sound good. I'm still gonna get that shorty pipe though, man. I've been leaning towards it. Definitely been leaning towards it. Everybody getting their Christmas decorations down, man. Hey, if I ain't say it, y'all, Happy New Year, y'all. When did you stop saying Happy New Year? It's already like, what is it, the 9th? When did you stop saying Happy New Year to folks? You know, even though we were almost 10 days in. Or do you just say Happy New Year to folks you haven't seen yet in that new year? Anyways, man, I just had to come and check in with you guys real quick, man, and just chop it up with you, checking in. And I said it before, if I haven't said it, my year this year is I'm locked in. That's my new slogan for this year, 2024. Is locked in. You're already in the street, homie. Is, you know, so that's what I'm gonna try to do, man, and constantly be is locked in, yo. And y'all, I need y'all to stay locked in. Anything that you're trying to do this year, man, your goals, stay locked in. Or be locked. Look at this Mustang. That's nice. But you know what I'm saying, like, stay locked in. If you're trying to make more money, whatever you want to do, man. So that's my whole goal. You want to go get on a motorcycle, you want to go and finally get a motorcycle or something, you know, just stay locked in. Any and everything that y'all do, man, stay locked in. And what I'm going to do is cut this video right now. But I had to check in with you guys real quick. And if I didn't say it already, I want to wish you guys a healthy and prosperous, is that how you say the word? Anyways, y'all know what I'm talking about. A healthy, happy new year. So what I'm going to do is I holla. Y'all be easy. Y'all stay safe. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit me up on Instagram at Ricky Clark.